Well, howdy. Howdy, 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 everybody. Theresa here, just me and the critters. It is Monday, February 17th, 2020. I almost said 19. Monday afternoon at 3:41 p.m. It's a beautiful day out. It's kind of cloudy. We've been getting quite a bit of rain. Not today, but, over the weekend. And we'll get some rain later on this week. But I'm not complaining because I like the rain. I like the rain. I like the fog. I even like the humidity. I've gotten used to it. Lived here long enough. So yeah. And when we move, the climate really isn't that much different in Savannah. So it's all good. I was very sick last week, off and on. Well, you didn't see much from me. And I was really sick over the weekend. I'm feeling better today, just very tired. And now I think I've passed it on to my husband, which is not a good thing. He said he feels it here in his chest. I didn't feel it in my chest ever. He's been having to use the albuterol more often than I. Maybe he needs a breathing treatment tonight. I'll have to ask him. But anyway, I am feeling better. I'm trying to get this house together because it is just, it is just a wreck. If you think you don't do much in your house, whether or not you work outside the home, be sick for a week. Even when your husband helping out, or maybe you have children that help out, still, sisters, ugh, not good. Well, let's do the weather real quick. And yes, I'm still kind of snotty. It is 68 degrees right now. Let's see. Feels like 68. The high today is supposed to be 67. The low will be 61. So pretty much that stay that way. Cloudy out. Humidity is 84%. Wind is 6 miles per hour from the southeast. Sunrise was at 7:16 a.m. Sunset will be at 6:27 p.m. Let's see. And tomorrow is pretty much the same. 30% chance of rain during the night. The high will be 73. The low will be 62. So that's what that's going to be like. It's just enough that I can't hang any clothes outside. I will be so glad, y'all, when I get a washer dryer inside again. I miss that so much. And I'm not complaining because, my wonderful friend Carol, who is like my sister, gifted us when we moved in here, and totally surprised me with that compact washer, and it has a spinner on the other side. And we have used that so much over the last 2 years. In fact, like some of the dials that you can turn it to a certain amount, the numbers have worn off and stuff. That's okay. We know where it is, where it is. I can always mark it with a marker too. But anyway, we have used that so much, and I probably will consider even keeping it. Because that'd be a good place to pre-soak some of your clothes. Let's say maybe you have some white clothes that you want to pre-soak. If not, I'm going to give it away to somebody else who really needs it. But I will be so glad when we have a full-size washer dryer again. I miss being able to do like blankets and the smaller comforters and stuff. I miss that. So. And I miss just the convenience of being able to throw some stuff in the washer and in a dryer and bam, done. So, looking forward to that. Another thing I'm really looking forward to when we move is I really want like a porch or something. And I know it sounds funny, but a spray nozzle on the kitchen sink. Our landlord never put one in. He said he could if we wanted, but it just never happened, and I really would like that. Another thing I'm really wanting is a fenced-in yard for my dogs so they can run, and that would be really nice. All that will happen in time. Let's see. Brad's doing okay. It depends on the day. Like, the hand tremors have gotten really bad, even though he's on medication. And like last night, bless his heart, he knew I wasn't feeling good. I had been very sick to my stomach all day yesterday, and So we had bought those bags. I don't remember what they're called. Let me look up. They're bags of soup that you just they're all dehydrated and stuff. I'm gonna look it up on Amazon just because I know you guys are dying to know now. And you get them at Walmart. They're only about $3 on Amazon. They're just way too expensive. Let's see. What did I say they were before? Soup. What do you think? Soup what? Soup. Let's see. I mean, it's like a bag of soup or whatever. Soup kits or something. I'll just put that. That's not really what it is, but, you know, maybe it'll bring it up. No, it doesn't. Let's see. It wasn't very expensive either, guys. That's why I wanted to show you guys what it was. It's not that. Maybe I should click on one of these so maybe then it'll bring up the other stuff that's similar like. I'll keep telling you guys while I'm looking. I know it's irritating, but I'm sorry. Oh, it'd be, sometimes I just amaze myself with just like, duh, I could look it up on my Walmart orders. And it would tell me. I really want, and it was very, very good soup. That's why I want to tell you guys. Let's see, not that one. I believe it was that one. Da-da. Okay, yeah, it's Bear Creek Country Kitchens. This one. Bear Creek Country Kitchens, excuse me. And this was the minestrone soup. It's like 9.3 ounces. It's only $2.94 for a bag. And it's got everything in it you need. You just add water, and they say it's ready in 10 minutes. I would give it more like maybe a half hour to 45 minutes because it was all very good, except for the beans weren't quite all the way soft, and the carrots weren't all the way rehydrated. So, but poor Brad. I was going to bring one of these up, but I can't seem to click on it. So, maybe I can do, nope, not going to let me do that. Anyway, look for those at your Walmart. Bear Creek Country Kitchens. Like I got the vegetable beef soup mix. I got the cheddar broccoli, the tortilla soup mix, and the minestrone. And they had like cheddar potato and other kinds also. So, but anyway, Brad made that for me last night. I was back in the bedroom because I was folding clothes and I was watching 90 Day Fiancé Tell All, Part 1. The second part's going to be tonight. Oh, Lord. And he got the handshakes real bad, and he dropped all the rest when there was at least 3 servings left all over the kitchen floor. He was so mad at himself. I felt bad for him because, it was an accident. I mean, what are you going to do? You can't cry over spilt soup. And the dogs were real happy once it cooled down. They helped clean up some of it. I'm going to have to mop the kitchen floor and stuff. But he was so upset with himself. And, because he does drop quite a bit of stuff. And it's just something we can't help. And I said, just ask me, and I don't mind coming and, putting something away or helping do something. But, it's that pride and wanting to do things yourself. So, but, yeah, I was not feeling good yesterday. In fact, Saturday we went to pick up groceries. And, we had ordered them. And what else? We had to pick up prescriptions. And, then we came home. Because I've learned that there's only so much you can do at a certain point in time before both of us are just so worn out. And I know with his limits and stuff, we're finally carrying in the groceries kind of down pat, because now we've totally switched it where I take everything out of the vehicle and I put it up on a porch, and he sits there on a stool, and then he's got one of those rolling carts, you know, like you would use if you're on a bus or whatever, and he puts the groceries in there, and that way he can just get up and push it. You know, he does well with that kind of stuff. But so Sunday we went. If you see me on Instagram or you see me on Facebook, I posted that we went and bought pop, soda pop, Coke, whatever you want to call it. We know that there's a lot of studies out saying how harmful and stuff it is, and you know, in a couple of years they'll be on to something else. We limit ourselves, but you know, we don't really drink. Once in a while we might have a drink, but you know, besides that, like, I'll limit myself to one can a day. I think Brad limits himself to, 2 or 3. But you know, I'm not gonna complain to him because, you know, he's got enough going on, you know. So anyway, Winn-Dixie had, and it's their kind of brand. It's the Check Diet Check, and it's CHEK. They had it, and I guess they will have it through Tuesday. 5 12-packs for $11, and we'll go once in a great while, usually 2 or 3 times a year, and stock up on pop, and that's what we were doing. And like, I like to use a can of, it's called the Freshly, the Diet Freshly, but it's like Squirt, and I order through Amazon. I can show you that. I'm getting ready for it to come in. Let's see. Yeah. I order their, it's not there. Sorry. Just bringing this up here. There we go. It's actually out for delivery today. I'm trying to see. There we go. I order, oh, let me unplug it. This. There you go. This is the Margaritaville singles to go, and this is the pina colada. And I know they have the strawberry daiquiri, and then they have like the margarita, the lime margarita. Well, I like the pina colada because I like coconut and stuff. And what I do is, this is sugar free, by the way. It's not that expensive. You can't find it in the stores. It's $13.80 for 12 boxes, free shipping. And what I do is I like to take 2 packets of that, and let's say I'm doing a big water bottle. I do not have it out here, but it's really big. You know, it's big. Usually, to flavor it, you need 3 of the single packets of whatever. So what I do is I take my ice, I fill it halfway up, and then I'll use a can of the Freshly, and 2 packets of the pina colada, 1 packet of the lemonade sugar-free, the single. Put that all in there and then fill the rest up with water, and then, you know, shake it. And it is really good. Brad even really likes it. I really like that. It's a nice kind of, it's almost like, because see, I love the taste of margaritas, especially if you don't have the rum in it. I think it's rum they put in it. Yeah, rum. And I love the taste of a lot of the sweet drinks, especially if you're going to make it a virgin one for me. So, and, you know, and that's all sugar-free, and I really, really like it. It's different. Sometimes I've done it with the diet cream soda instead. You can do it with the diet ginger ale instead. Of course, you can do it without adding a can of a diet soda. Another thing I really like, that's my jam, the Margaritaville singles to go, the pina colada. That's one of my favorite things to add to my water, the water enhancer. Another thing I love, and I order this through on here too, is this. I love this stuff, you guys. The IBC Cherry Cola. Yeah, I love this. Oh, it is really a good taste. Like I said, it takes 3 of these, 3 packets, in your water bottle with ice, and just good. And you're just like, Why are you doing that when you got all this Coke? Well, because some, I don't always want the carbonation and stuff. I have to order that. I cannot. Initially, we could find it at our Dollar General. We can no longer find it there. I don't know if they just quit carrying it or what. I'm looking to see how much it costs. It just came in today. It wasn't supposed to come in until the end of the month. Okay, now that for 12 boxes is $18.50. Still not real super bad when you think it's 12 boxes and free shipping. So, and that you can get on Amazon. I guess you could order it through Walmart, because every time I've ordered it, it's really funny. This is the way it comes from Walmart, because there's 12 boxes in there. So, Brad drinks all kinds of different. He drinks like the berry pomegranate, the cherry, the grape, the fruit punch, the strawberry, banana, something. He drinks a lot of that kind of stuff. So anyway, now that you know what we primarily drink, besides my iced coffee, I'm really loving that. Another price point I want to tell you guys about. Maybe that's going to be part of my stuff from now on. I'm telling you guys when I find a good price on stuff. Let's see. I did find a really good deal. I think it's a really good deal because we both are asthmatics. I tell you guys I use eucalyptus a lot. It helps with both of our breathing. I know some people it just doesn't, they're just kind of allergic to it. Now, I see that they increased the price on this. It's now $9.01 for 36 of these tea lights. This is really nice. And they make the bigger candles too, but it's the stress relief. You'll see that at Bath and Body. But there's 36 of the tea lights in here. For when I was buying them, it was $7.99. Now it is $9.01. Still not a bad price. So for 36 of them, the nice thing about these is that they completely burn. You'll have a little bit left around the edges, I've noticed, and I just take that and I scrape it out and I put it in my wax melter with, usually, like right now, since we've been sick, I've got tart eucalyptus wax melts in there, of course. So, that just helps add to it. But, it's going to go out in 4 hours. So, that's nice, too. It's easy. It's convenient because it's small. Anyway, I thought this was a really good deal because I bought eucalyptus tarts before that were only like a 12-pack that were like $5. So, this is a good price for that. If you're wondering if maybe your allergies are acting up, maybe even Walmart does carry some. I don't think they carry the tea light. I don't know if they carry the votives in eucalyptus either. Eucalyptus spearmint. It doesn't have to be eucalyptus anything that you like. I'm trying to tell you guys something. I keep hearing my thing beep. I need to go cut up my chicken in a minute. But you could try a eucalyptus candle from Walmart or Bath and Body or wherever, and see if you can tolerate it. And then maybe that'll help your allergies. I know it does help our allergies. It helps our asthma. I don't know if we're fighting colds right now, or, well, I think we are because I was so sick to my stomach and stuff. Wouldn't you know it? Because I just bought this weekend a whole lot of cold medicine. I bought a big box of the Alka-Seltzer, well, it's the Equate brand, of the cold effervescent tablets. And I bought the ones for congestion. Those work really well for me because sometimes I have a lot of trouble with stuff wiring me. I also bought just an Equate box of cold and flu tablets. And then Brad had gotten me, when he picked up the prescription, it was $17. I would not have paid that, but he wants me to get well, it was the Sudafed 12-hour congestion. You know, you can only get that if you, are standing there at the pharmacy and stuff. And usually I make a box of like 20 tablets or whatever it is, last me for a couple years, because, just take one once in a great while. And so we're all stocked up on cold medicines, all stocked up on Vicks. I love my Vicks. I know a lot of people do not like their Vicks. I love Vicks. And you will always find a couple jars of this. I get this from Dollar Tree. You can't beat it. And it's really good. I mean, for me anyway, it's really good. And you always find a jar, I actually probably need to put some on. You always find a jar out here and a jar in the bedroom. Another point, I know I couldn't make this a quick video. I've been missing you guys. If you are in a pinch, you have a sick kid, I used to, long time ago, I'm old school. I'm old. I'm 55, people. You used to do a humidifier, a hot humidifier with, you would put a scoop of this in that little well part. That's what my mom used to do. She used to have me do it for my brother and stuff. Because you didn't always have the liquid Vicks. So that'll work. Or what I've done in a pinch, it's two things you can do. Probably other things you could. Well, first of all, you can put it on yourself. You can put it under your nose. You can put it on your chest, on your throat. Some people like to put it on their feet and put socks, and that does help. That does help. That's one thing you can do. Now, you can get a pan of water, on your stove and get it boiling, and then put, a good tablespoon of this in that water, and, the steam and this melting will really help open up airways. Also, what I've done too is in your wax melter, clean out everything else and put this in there. That'll work. That'll work, Or if you already have like a eucalyptus tart in there, or wax melt, I always call them tart. You can put a big fingerful in there to help boost that up, And that really does help. It really does help. It's cheap and inexpensive, so I wanted to tell you guys about that. I don't think I have any other fantastic deals going on. Well, Brad, okay, it was funny because I was so sick, and so Brad ran into Dollar Tree because I needed to get some of the lemonade singles, the sugar-free one. He wants more pepperoni. He needed to get another grabber because he broke one, and some dog treats. So he had all that, and then he went into Winn-Dixie, and of course the Girl Scouts are set up right in front of the Winn-Dixie, cute as a button. And so I was watching him, and I knew he had said something to the little girl, and I figured he probably had said, "Ask me on the way back out." So I was watching, and I guess, Brad, he scored markdown Greek yogurt. I'm trying to eat Greek yogurt because I have a yeast infection again, and I always fight those so much. And I know a lot of diabetics do. So I'm fighting that. And then, so he got marked down Greek yogurt, big containers of it, yay him. And then he got marked down gallon of orange juice. He bought some cookies, I don't know why, but he bought some chocolate chip cookies. Huge ones, too. I don't know, he bought a couple of those. Oh, Tostino's pieces were 10 for $10. 10 for 10, so he bought some of those. He can take some of those for his lunch, and we enjoy having one once in a while. And, that's a good price. Lay down, sweetie pie. Lay down. What you doing? Come here. Are you going to say hi to everybody? Oh, my goodness. You see his nose. Come here. Oh, my goodness. Come here. Oh, I know him. Love you, too. Are you a good girl? I know. You're telling him about when Dad bought the pizza. Okay, hang on just a minute. I'll be done, okay? So then the little girl, because he said, what he had said to her was, "Watch for me on the way back out, and I'll buy some cookies from you then." And her dad was sitting there with her, and Brad came out, and that little girl, she was like, "I've been watching for you," and her dad was laughing. He said, "Yeah, she had done nothing but sit here and watch everybody coming out to see you come back out." And so he bought a couple boxes of cookies from her. You know, bless her heart. I was a Girl Scout. I remember what that's like. Yeah, I had my loyal customers that year after year would be like, "Oh, I've been waiting for you," and that always made you feel so good, you know. That back when you went door to door, when it was safe to do so. So, yeah, um, that's about what we did. When then we did, we got home and unloaded the pop, and like still sitting here by the front door. I need to take it out to the kitchen. I'll load up like 12 packs on the kitchen chair that rolls, and then roll it out there and restack it. But then we're doing laundry and just kind of that kind of domestic stuff. So anyway, I've been missing you guys. Where's my thing? Oh, it's gonna work on it. I've been missing you guys a lot. I don't want you to think I don't care anymore. How many rolls have I done? You guys didn't tell me this. I think I need to do at least one more roll. I'm just doing a baby hat with scrap yarn. Yep. I got one done out of the same scrap yarn earlier. That's all just scrap yarn, you guys. But that pattern makes it really easy to do that with. You know? And sometimes I just make my own scraps. If I don't have any scraps around, I'll just cut links off of skeins and tie them together, and that's what this all is right now. This is what it all is. So, you know, what is something I enjoy? I'm trying to make sure I still get enjoyment out of stuff, and that Brad still gets enjoyment out of stuff. I talked to my daughter earlier today for a bit. She was off work today because it's President's Day, but here in Florida, the government does not observe President's Day. Isn't that crazy? So she was off work, so I talked to her for a little bit. I just wanted to hear her voice and stuff. You know, so that's all good. We talked about moving and everything, and she said, yeah, that's why I was telling her about her dad had dropped the soup. And she said, yeah, she said, Mom, it'll be so good for us all to be living closer to each other so we can help. It's like, yeah, it will, you know. So, yeah, it was nice. It was nice talking to her and stuff. My granddaughter is not going to Japan on a field trip after all. They just can't really swing the money. It's over $5,000, and I know for going over there and stuff, that's probably a very good price. But with my daughter she's a single parent now. She just got through getting a divorce. Thank the Lord. She's much happier now. I won't go into all of that, but you know, that man better hope I never see him in a dark alley, because, yeah, he will be leaving with less gonads than he has. You know. But her life is much, much, much better now, and it's getting brighter and brighter, and, you know, I'm thrilled for it. I'm thrilled for it. And it, you know, sometimes you don't understand why somebody is being a certain way in your family, and then you find out they were going through something really personal and really hard that you're like, wow. So, set that down for a minute. That's one thing I wanted to talk about real quick, and then I'll let you guys go. You're like, gosh. She doesn't talk, and then she gets on here, and she's like, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm done now. Let me have a drink of my iced coffee. Let's talk about that for a second, and then I'll talk to the last topic. Oh, girlfriends! You can make your own iced coffee at home for so much less, and it is so good. Okay, now, this is the whole story. This is my jam, as I've been saying. This is a big cup. I drink one of these days, iced coffee. I fill it up halfway with ice, and then I put in some creamer. And that's up to you how much creamer you put in. And it's just the cheap, great value creamer, the liquid. I don't care for powdered creamer, but that's up to everybody. So anyway, put that in. Then you put in, I put in some coffee syrup, some sugar-free coffee syrup. That's the last thing I was going to tell you guys. It was a great price. Okay, now this stuff I got from Walmart is sugar-free. It's the Tories, I think. Anyway, it's caramel. It's very good. But I found and scored on this deal. Let me see. There it is. Let me see. This is the skinny syrups, I think it is. Yeah. Skinny syrups. Oh, whoa! Oh, Lord. I didn't realize that was so cheap. This is sugar-free, people. And it's this 3-pack. It's the salted caramel, the caramel pecan, vanilla caramel cream, and it is 10-something free shipping. Oh, now the price has gone up on that to $11.82, but still, you do the math. That's a good price. I paid $5 for that bottle out there, and this is $11.82 free shipping. Bring that back up a bit bigger. Well, this is a heck of a deal for those 3 flavors. Free shipping. So anyway, take whatever coffee syrup you like, whether it's sugar-free or not, and put it in there. That, again, is up to you how much you want in there. Then, see, I like my coffee sweet, like me. Anyway, I put in 8 equal sweeteners. Okay, I don't want to hear it. Okay, don't want to hear it. That's what I use. I use 8, and then I put in my coffee. Now, this is coffee left over from the morning. I pour it in there right over that creamer, the syrup, the sweetener, the ice, the whole bit. And then I usually will put in like a teaspoon of instant coffee, because I want just a little bit stronger, because I have the creamer, and so I want that a little strong too, and that coffee flavor comes out. So, and then I just stir it really well, and put the lid on and the straw, and it is just, oh, it is like a treat, and it's just so good. Good, good, good. Okay. A lot of times in life, anytime we have a relationship, we have conflict. It doesn't matter how great your relationship is, whether it's you and a spouse, you and your sibling, children, other family members, parents. Some point in time, or a really good friend, you're going to have some kind of a conflict. If you're being real. Because you're not going to agree with everything that person does. That person's not going to agree with everything you do. So, do you just get rid of that person altogether? And we've all had that happen, where somebody maybe isn't in agreement with us, and all of a sudden they just, I don't have any other way to put it, they just shit can you. They just throw you away. They just decide they don't want to have anything to do with you. They don't wish to be your friend anymore, or whatever. And that's it. Or do you say, you got to weigh it how important it is. Do you just decide that it's not that important? That while you don't agree with that part of that person, or their decision on that, or the way they're acting or being on whatever, but it's not such an important thing that you're going to get rid of that person because you love and care and like that person. And I think that's a much better way to be. Like that, we're not always going to agree with family members on decisions they make, or a lifestyle change they've made, or whatever, or a friend. But are we going to just get rid of that person? I mean, that's how all of this, to me, all of this hurt and dysfunction comes about with relationships. Because instead of talking about it and saying, I don't agree with it, but I love you, and so I don't want to be party to that, but I want to still have you. Let's say let's say, okay, let's say like this. Say one of your good friends decides that maybe they're they want a lifestyle where they're going out a lot more, and maybe their new thing is every weekend they're going out and they're having a good time, and maybe they're what you feel getting too drunk or getting sleeping around or whatever. Are you just going to get rid of that person because that's their lifestyle? Or you could say, I'm really worried about what you're doing. I don't agree with what you're doing, but I love you. So I don't want to hear about and be a party to that part of your lifestyle, but I still want my friendship with you. To me it's kind of like cutting out a cancerous part in a body or something, but you're still keeping the rest because the rest is still good and wonderful. It's like you might not agree with what maybe a family member is doing, you know, but are you going to say, hey, I don't want to talk to you about this because it doesn't really involve me, but I still want to have a relationship with you and stuff. I'm going to still hope everything turns out, how you want it to be, but I just can't. Maybe it's something that's too hurtful for you, too upsetting for you. Maybe, like, right now I feel like I have too much on my plate that I have to kind of distance myself from some stuff because I just have enough on my plate. And it's not that I don't care about everybody. And people that reach out, I do try to respond to right away. And if I don't, just poke me again because I do have a lot going on. And with having a head cold and allergies and stuff, you know how it kind of makes you a little foggy head? You guys saw earlier I couldn't think of how to type in soup mix. And, but that's just, we've all had it where somebody all of a sudden just gets rid of us. That we thought we were friends and they don't like something that you did, and instead of they just get rid of you. That's very hurtful. It's very hurtful because you're like, you love and you care about that person, you know. And then you've had people where maybe you just not hearing much from them for a while, and then maybe 6 months down the road they're like, hey, I had to just kind of step away while you were going through whatever. And I think that's important. I think that's really important. So, that's about all I have to say, and I've yacked your ear off. I gotta go through dinner in the crock pot. We're having chicken fajitas, and one thing I like to do is I like to just kind of throw it in the crock pot and let it cook for a few hours, and that way it's nice and tender and stuff. So I'll throw the chicken and the onions and peppers in the crock pot, and then I will, with spices. And then when it comes dinner time, one of us just has to do, the lettuce and stuff and the tortillas. So, that's all I really have to say. I have missed you guys. I'm going to try to do better at vlogging more. I appreciate your support and stuff. And I am going to try to, especially as we're moving, videotape, like the move up there and stuff. I'm so in love with that town. It is the paranormal capital of the United States. It has all of this stuff going on. It's just right up my alley, man. It just really is. It's given me so much enthusiasm to be more physically active and everything. So excited. So is Brad. Basically, we want to spend more time with our grandchildren. I mean, my granddaughter's going to be 16 this fall. Can you believe that? I just can't even believe it. Brad really wants to spend more time with his grandson, and, we want to spend more time with our granddaughter, too. But basically, our grandson, Brad's always wanted to, go do more guy things. And, I think that'll be really good for him. This is really helping Brad. He's gone through, we haven't talked too much about it, but he's really gone through a depression. Started when he got laid off. And then, it's been a hard time for him. And he's on an antidepressant, just a very low dose, and that does help. But, I think there's going to be a much brighter future with us moving and him being fully retired. you know, we'll figure out the finances. If we can't make it, I'll figure out how to make some kind of money. I mean, if I have to work a part-time job or, whatever. I mean, there's so many different things I kind of think about, the dog thing. And, then sometimes I wonder about if I should open up the candle business again, or I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyway, I love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship so very much. And I hope you guys are having a great day. And I missed you. And just be nice to yourself and try to be kinder with other people. And let's see. I do cherish your friendship so very much. And I think you guys are awesome. And I love you too. And I will see you tomorrow. So have a good evening. Bye.